speed issues. Obviously, we've hit our first issue at Williams here today. We have kind of lost speed a bit. I'm not happy with the speed of... But let's get on into qualifying now. And
right, it's not going to be easy getting into the next qualifying session.
oh,
We know you'll give it your all.
pit lane glitch much. I seem to have gone into my camera, and I'm now on the pit lane in my camera. Ah.
Track is wet right now. Feel your way around the conditions before you start pushing the car.
Oh look, you can see what's going on next to me. There's old Lance there, I think. I think Lance was my teammate. I'm not too sure actually. Right, so we are green light and good to go for our first qualifying, out lap really. This is the out lap, and obviously China, I don't mind China. It's an alright track. There's one corner that I do really enjoy, so we'll see if that's as enjoyable in the wet as it is in the dry. Also, happy Halloween to you all. I'm probably going to say the same tomorrow, but happy Halloween. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys aren't causing trouble as well, as it is Mischief Night tonight, so please don't cause trouble. Don't get in trouble with the police. Why don't you come home and watch my live stuff? I went out earlier. It was an absolute nightmare. Got advised to go home. So yeah, let's go on here. This is my kind of favourite turn, that one. And then there's the turn up here that I quite like. Very long straight, probably not going to hit much speed going into it, as it is wet and we are on the wet tyres. But at least if it is a dry race, then we'll be able to keep some wear off the dry tyres, and we'll be able to start with completely new unworn tyres. So that'll be a plus side. That'll go well with the strategy, which might work. However, if it doesn't, I do have a strategy on that, and I'll talk about that more when that issue does come around. So here I've gone slightly wide. I've slightly locked up. I felt the wheels lock up. So let's go around now onto the final turn, and we will start our qualifying lap. Here we go, down the main straight. DRS flap not available as it is raining, and we've started our qualifying lap now. No other car yet to set a qualifying lap on the grass a bit there, which will slow down our speed a lot as we come round the corner. Very slow here coming round. Oh, very slow. Bit of a slip there, but we're okay coming round in out of turn 1 into turn 2, and just give me a sec. Sorry, my family are being loud. But yeah, as we come round out of turn 2, turn 3 onto turn 4. Now, I don't know if I've got this wrong, so if I have, please correct me. All wide again. Be a very good lap. I'm not too used to wet conditions. I normally have very much luck during the career mode seasons, but yeah, we chose Williams, in case you haven't noticed. If you're new to my channel and you're new to the series, obviously like, subscribe, leave a comment down there, let me know who you are, where you're from, who's watching. But yeah, if you're new to the series as well, I did do a season 2 with Red Bull, but I decided to stop that and do it again and make a season 1 because I confused myself. So yeah, we're going to do season 1 again. We're going to do it with Williams, and this is the 3rd episode, as it is the 3rd race. Azerbaijan next, along with Spain and then Monaco, so it's going to be a pretty fun lineup coming up. But down the back straight here, doing 180. I think we're just going to hit 190 and stop at about 195 maybe, as it is raining. We are in, well, we're not in a low fuel mix. Max Verstappen set to 150. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a better lap, but if I can, it'll be great. I am turning slow out the corners, so Yep, we're not going to be able to beat Verstappen's lap, but we might put ourselves comfortably in second place. Yes, we do. We put ourselves in second place behind Fernando Alonso. Light rain soon, but I think it'd be acceptable to stay on the inters throughout Q1 as there is a lot of pulls on the track. I think this track's known for not drying out too quick, so... Yep, and we've run out of fuel for some reason. I only have 1 lap of fuel, which is a bit weird, you know. I think that's a bit wrong, so... Let's progress the time to about 6 minutes and head out on another lap when we get to about 6 minutes. See, we're going down the time there. The track's clearing a bit. Just about at 6 minutes now. Well, 5:30. So let's go out for a flying lap. Coming out on the flying lap now. As we come around the last few corners. I don't know why it's taken over me control and not giving me the 5 red lights yet to kick off my next lap. So let's go right now. Down the back straight here, 3 minutes left in qualifying. I think I'm only going to be able to set in 1 lap. P10 here. So it's not going to be, not looking like it's going to be very good. Might not even be able to get out of Q1, which would be very sad. It'd be our first race where we haven't made it to Q3. But I finished P10 last time out of Q3. I forgot to do another lap. I normally go out for about 2 laps because that's all I can usually fit in. Because I like having low fuel in my cars as well. I feel like it makes my car a lot faster, a lot lighter, so it's more speedy. Oh, bit of a slide. Oh, a lot of a slide, actually. As you can see, our delta's in the red here. Let's hope we can salvage something from this lap. I hope to go at least 1 place. Get out maybe P9 or even P7 if we can make that. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, so... Getting into the corner here. Again, delta time down. Due to the corners, due to sliding. So, yeah, it's not going to be looking good out of Q1, but I'm sure in Q2 we'll be fine. Obviously, light rain. I know these tyres are the right ones, so before you start commenting saying I'm on the wrong ones, I know for a fact I'm on the right ones. I just think I'm losing a lot of grip, and I'm definitely losing a lot of time in these corners, and I'm definitely going slow around the track as well. So, I do apologise for that. You will see some faster laps, hopefully, in the race if... we do end up having a dry race. You'll see me a lot better driving. I'm not really used to driving in the rain, which I should be. That's why I've turned my assists back on, because I was told that it's going to be raining in Q1. So now onto the back straight now. We're going to hit 194 miles an hour, as you saw in our lap earlier, our first lap. We'll just hit 194. Oh, we're hitting 195 there, 196. Looking like it's going to be tops on this corner now as we come out of the hairpin here. Brilliant exit. Coming on now to the final corner. I'd like to take this corner flat out, but obviously we're going to have to brake because of the rain. But I'd take this corner slightly flat out. I'll probably slow down a bit. But are we going to improve? Yes, we're going to improve to P5 here. And what? That wasn't the best lap, but it's got us up into P5. I think I'm going to go around for 1 more lap since we've got 34 seconds, and I can probably just squeeze 1 more lap in. We came out of that turn 1 a bit quicker. As we come out of turn 2 now, we come out of it slightly quicker. I'm not sure if we're going to improve on our time at all, but we'll keep going. We'll keep doing this lap. I like that turn where it's just straight through, especially in the rain. We're going to slow down a bit. Oh, I've messed up a bit there. We're going to lose a lot of time in that corner. Also, let me know if my mic's a bit tinny or, you know, it sounds very distorted. Qualifying is complete. We will finish this lap, though, as we were already on a lap when qualifying ended. Better exit on that corner now as we come around the next corner, flat out and down onto a mini straight coming on. Now as we are on the fast approach to the back straight now, I'm getting faster around these corners, which is looking good. I've got a bit more grip than the last lap, seemingly. Obviously, I went out on cold tyres, so maybe we're going to be able to improve on the lap as we come down onto the back straight now. We're going to hit tops 196 as we go down onto the back straight now. I'm aware of my fuel, but I think I'll be okay getting to the line. We are losing some time for whatever reason. I'll have to look into that, but obviously I'm not happy with the speed at this current time. I will need to go ahead and look in the R&D and see if I can change that. I'm sure I have parts on the way for that, an engine part coming up. But yeah, let's see if we've improved by anything out of Q1. No, it is going to be 5th. So at Q1 there, Sebastian Vettel in P1, he's looking good with a 1:49.1. Daniel Ricciardo second, Lewis Hamilton third, Valtteri Bottas fourth, me in fifth. Max Verstappen has ended up dropping down to sixth after his short-lived pole lap, it seems. Fernando Alonso in seventh, Ferrari's Kimi Räikkönen in eighth, coming out of P1. Carlos Sainz, Nico Hülkenberg, Romain Grosjean, Sergio Perez, Pierre Gasly, Kevin Magnussen and Brendan Hartley all make it through to P2, and going out are Stoffel Van Dorn, Esteban Ocon, Marcus Ericsson, Charles Leclerc and my teammate Lance Stroll. Unfortunately, he will be starting in last, so not looking good for him, but at least I've out-qualified my teammate, and let's go on to Q2. Okay, so we're in Q2. It looks like still it's going to be wet, but let's go out for a flying lap and see what we can make of these wet conditions. So it's looking like no rain. I don't see any rain coming off the tyres, so maybe a mistake on Jeff's part there, sending me out on the inters, but we'll see what we can get and see what other cars come out on as we come around the corner. And onto the final turn, onto the home straight now, and we are going to have our DRS flap open, so we know for a fact we're on the wrong tyres now if the DRS flap's opening. Yeah, let's go on for our first lap of Q2 here. It's obviously not going to be a good one because I definitely 100% think we're on the wrong tyres as we lose the back end there going into turn 1 here, and I can feel us slightly losing it into turn 2 now, off onto turn 3 as we come out onto the corner I like, which I'm going to attack vigorously into turn 5 here. Coming into turn 5, I don't want to go wide, but I have done. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a very good lap, but let's hope we can get out of Q2, and if not, then we have the free choice of tyres, which is a good thing. But yeah, that might help our strategy going through the grid maybe. But yeah, it's at the moment they've sent me out and it looks like I'm in P1. Don't have a completely clean track, so I assume some racers are going to be setting laps before me. And Max Verstappen gets another pole lap early on in Q2. He set a 1 minute flat apparently. Now that doesn't seem right. I'll have to have a look at that lap, because that is faster than a lap at Monaco. Oh, there you go, it's changed. It's changed to a 1:47. Yeah, that definitely didn't look right. I think it just took F1 some time to process that. So, yeah, he's on the soft tyres. So, yeah, it was a bad idea sending me out on the inters. So, it looks like it's not going to be a very good pole lap from me. And I think I'm going to go in and definitely set some harder, dry compound tyres, not harder compound tyres, because I'd be applying the wets there. As we come around the final corner now, we're not going to end up beating Max Verstappen's lap, but I'm sure we'll come in quite close to him. Maybe not even second, coming onto the line now, and no, it's going to stay as P6. We are slower than Kimi Räikkönen. He seems to be on the softs as well. So let's return to the garage, put on the softs, and see what we can make from there. Coming out now, ultra soft tyres are on. I have moved right down to P15, so it's looking like I might be out of Q2 unless I can put in a really good lap next lap. I'm probably going to be able to do that as I come really wide into turn 1. I kind of steered too early and came out of that corner really tight and ended up going out wide. But yeah, coming on to our qualifying lap now, as you can see in our top right, a lot faster than our previous lap as we blister into turn 1, obviously going out wide a bit there. Definitely 100% faster. I'm not sure if it's going to be the fastest lap. I would like a fastest lap, but it's not going to happen in the Williams probably. We have a lot of cars better than us, the likes of Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. Even Renault actually probably faster than us. So yeah, obviously Lance Stroll out at Q1. He's going to be starting in 20th position, so I don't think he's going to be able to make much of this Chinese Grand Prix. As we go around the corner, we're a bit shifty around. I definitely think I've got used to them wet conditions, so I'm driving as if I'm in the wet conditions, which I shouldn't be. But on now, coming round onto the 2 turns before the back straight here, went onto the curb a bit too much there, as I did there, and that's made me completely muck up this corner. Seemingly 9 seconds above our previous time, I think that is. I don't think that's up on the fastest lap. No, it's not, because I'm 10 seconds above that time. I stayed a bit dead flat there, which is interesting. As you heard Jeff there say, we need to get 10th or higher to be able to have a chance at the shootout as we come round the final corner on a 1:30. It looks like it's going to be a 1:37 as we get the fastest lap coming out of Q2. So it's looking good for us as we come out on P1 here, above Sebastian Vettel and Nico Hülkenberg. But yeah, it's looking really good in terms of that. I think what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to wait till the dying laps of Quali 3 to actually put in a time. But this lap is going to be my boxing lap. Unless we might be able to improve on the pole lap. We're not going to be able to. I think that's Red Bull in front of us, so we might be seeing ourselves knocked off. It is. It looks like the Red Bull of either Max Verstappen or Daniel Ricciardo. It's one of the two. It kind of looks like Verstappen. I'm convinced it is Verstappen. I'm not too sure. We'll see. Unless he pits, which would be quite sad. But then we'd actually be able to see, so... Yeah, as we come now onto the back straight, this is the in lap, so we are going to be slow as we come round now. Definitely not beat our time. It is Max Verstappen. My suspicions were correct in saying, and as we come now onto the corner and into the pit lane. Oh, braking a bit late there, so we go wide into the pit lane. And the assist for the pit lane is going to help us out on that. So now we are in the pit. See if anyone's able to beat my lap. And yeah, Lewis Hamilton is able to beat that lap, followed by me, Sebastian Vettel, Valtteri Bottas, Nico Hülkenberg, Daniel Ricciardo, Romain Grosjean, Pierre Gasly, Sergio Perez and Carlos Sainz all going through to Q3. Kevin Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen is in P13 with the Red Bull. There might be a time penalty there or something like that, or maybe the Red Bull's just going slow. Kimi Räikkönen also out at Q2, and Brendan Hartley as well. How unfortunate for the Red Bull and the Ferrari. It's not looking good on their fronts as we go on into Q3. So now 5 red lights to set off our qualifying, and we are go for Q3. There's only one car off track, and it seemingly is Gasly here. So yeah, I think it's Gasly anyway. I hope it is. It is a Toro Rosso, but I hope it's Gasly, because I'm sure I said either Gasly or Hartley coming out of the pit. I'm sure we'll be able to check actually. I don't have a clue. But there is a Toro Rosso in Q3 if you're wondering. He's the only one seemingly in the pit lane at the moment. We have all other 9 drivers out doing laps, so hopefully I don't get held up by any of them doing my lap, and I hope the rest of them just hold up each other enough to let us have a shot at maybe a pole position or maybe a front line. But if not, that's okay, because we have not been qualifying too shabby. We've qualified P7, P10, so yeah, let's hope we can put a blister on in, as one of the Mercedes cars, as you can see in the bottom left, is going round onto the home straight now. He's probably going to set a lap. It's either Hamilton or Bottas. I think it might be, no, it's Valtteri Bottas who sets a 1:37.188. So yeah, as the Force India now comes round as well onto the corner, and he is probably in P2 as well. The other, that's a Haas coming round the corner, and he is going to push me down to P4, and then the 2 Renaults, one's going to cross the line soon, and one's just going round the hairpin now as we come round the hairpin. The Renault crosses the line, pushes me down into P5. Let's hope our lap can do us any good, as we've got 7 seconds now to come round the corner and see if we can snatch pole off Valtteri Bottas. Don't think we're going to be able to do it. Maybe we've just got into P2, 700 tenths or 7 tenths of a second behind Nico Hulkenberg, and I'm now pushed down to P3 with Hulkenberg down into P4, because Sebastian Vettel crossed the line right as we did and set the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and Daniel Ricciardo now setting the fastest lap. A lot of fastest laps going on here. So yeah, Daniel Ricciardo seemingly on pole at the moment. Sebastian Vettel got pushed down. We're in P4 now. P5 as Hamilton now sets the fastest lap. Geez, everyone's crossing the line now and setting fastest laps like there's no tomorrow, and there's no race weekend coming soon. That is pretty mad if you ask me. I'm probably going to do 2 races as well. I'm not too sure. I might. Come on now. Losing a lot of time. Only 1 lap of fuel remaining, apparently, according to Jefferino there. But coming on now. Let's hope we can improve on our time and move ourselves out of P5. I think P6 would be around the danger area for us. P10 again, because that was annoying at Bahrain. As you saw, we were only able to take P6, and Kimi Räikkönen gave us a bit of jip at the end, trying to cross the line here. But I can see what looks to be a Toro Rosso out on track. No, it's not. It's a Renault. It looks like a Toro Rosso. I don't think that Toro Rosso's actually come out of the pit, so that doesn't look good. I think they might have a problem at Toro Rosso as we cross the line and we don't move up at all. But it looks like everyone's going into the pit, so that might be our opportunity. Not much time left. I don't think there's any point in going out and doing a qualifying lap. So yeah, we will fit 1 more lap in. I'm sure these ultra soft tyres are absolutely screwed after the last couple of laps as we go on for our 3rd lap now. I think this might be our 4th lap actually. I'm not too sure as we cross the line with 1 minute to go left in qualifying. Lucky not to take out the pole there. I don't like taking out the poles because they get stuck in your front wing. As we come now, we are really down on Delta, as you can see in the top right there. As we go up on Delta briefly, I'm not sure if we're going to go back down. Yes, we are. See if we can get a faster exit out of turn 1 and blast into turn 2 angrily and come out and make an exit there and then come out. Yep, it's not going to be any faster. It's looking like P5 here. It looks not too well. I guess that's a positive, seeing as we're in a Williams and we've actually made it to Q3, so that's a positive. But it's not looking like we're going to move up any more spaces. I think we're going to be stuck in P5, and hopefully we don't get pushed down the bottom. That would be a nice little plan here, as we are very slow going around this track at the moment. No DRS, because this isn't a DRS zone, Owen. I should probably know that by now. But now, coming round on to the final straight, not looking too good. But yep, 21 seconds left of qualifying. DRS on this straight, but yeah, definitely speed issues. 12 seconds left, and I am going to box this lap. I don't think there's any point in continuing our qualifying lap. I don't think we can improve, and there's nothing to improve because we'd cross the line and qualifying would be over. So let's turn this corner now and go into the pit.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Hamilton, Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
Okay, so as you can see there, Hamilton in first, starting on pole, Ricciardo in second, Sebastian Vettel in third, Valtteri Bottas in fourth, we are coming in fifth, Nico Hulkenberg in sixth, Carlos Sainz as teammate in seventh, so it's a Renault 6-7 there, Sergio Perez coming in eighth, and the two Frenchmen, Romain Grosjean and the Toro Rosso of Pierre Gasly, which was in P10.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. It's the start of the season. How do you think things are going to go for you? The weather hasn't been ideal in qualifying. What's your take on it? Appreciate your time.
Okay, as you can see there, we've out-qualified our teammate Lance Stroll again there, 14 points in our little rivalry here. But yeah, it's looking good. I'll show you now the updates we're doing.
Here you can see the pertinent details about your current contract.
Okay, so we have a
Bonuses that we've negotiated with the team.
shut up, Emma.
On the other is information regarding how you're perceived throughout the paddock, your reputation with the current team, and your overall value to them, which is a combination of these elements.
Sorry, I was just sending a quick text there, but as you can see, Emma was talking, so she got in my way. I've got a rear floor under tray, which is a minor update coming up. Hopefully we can go to the engine cover, weight reduction. Soon enough we will get to that, and maybe even a intercooler location change on that. Obviously I need to do all that. Probably need to look at all this as well. Not looking too shabby on wear. I don't think we'll have to change any parts yet, of course. But yeah, R&D tree, we've upgraded all that. Going to upgrade a few of them maybe. One or two, will only be able to fit two in. So I think I'm going to go round this for the next couple of weekends and then get some aerodynamics and especially the powertrain as the title of this stream. But R&D voice break, R&D progress, they're all going to come at Azerbaijan, it's looking like. Yep, so that's the next race, which is okay. That's only 1 weekend away. Current value isn't too high, obviously, but yeah, we will get on now onto the race. So yeah, let's jump straight onto the race. Yep, just taking a few seconds to load. I don't have the best of Wi-Fi right now. Live with what you get. But I'm going to leave you with Crofty and I don't know the other one's name, I'm sorry.
Hard work, ingenuity and ambition. All things you'll find in abundance amongst the 15 million people of Shanghai over there to our southeast. And we've got plenty of that here on the grid as well. 20,000 horsepower, give or take, chomping at the bit to be unleashed for the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles an hour, with DRS assisting the cars down the back straight before they brake into the sharp hairpin at turn 14. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk about Gallagher. They're still relatively new to a sport which does have a high learning curve and, of course, little tolerance for mistakes.
And this is something that has ended the career of many a young driver, as that leap up to Formula 1 proves to be too much. But luckily in this case, I'd say they're doing a good, solid job, and the risk the team took in signing them is definitely starting to pay off.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Bottas, Gallagher and Hulkenberg, Sainz, Perez, Grosjean and Pierre Gasly, Magnussen, Alonso, Max Verstappen and Raikkonen, Hartley, Van Dorn, Esteban Ocon and Marcus Ericsson, Leclerc and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, watch out at the race start. There will be faster cars trying to get past. See if you can hold them off.
Alright, so as you can see there, how the grid formed up and how the Chinese Grand Prix is going to go. But onto the formation lap now, as we are let away for the lap.
System checks are good. We're up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
So as we go on to the formation lap now, see Bottas, Vettel in front of us, Kimi Raikkonen starting down quite low along with Max Verstappen, see if they can come through the grid and make anything out of it this Chinese Grand Prix. But yeah, I think I'm going to skip the formation lap for you. I think I'll turn that off actually, so you don't have to be constantly watching that. 5 red lights here. And it just lights out and away we go for the Spanish Grand Prix. I'm not getting the best start, being passed by Hulkenberg and Sainz. Perez down the inside as well there. And we've already broke our front wing, so I'm going to quickly flashback that. I do apologise, I won't do too many flashbacks. But yeah, here we go. Hulkenberg and then Perez down the inside, slowing down slightly for the corner. I'm going to try and see if I can go down Perez on the inside. No, I can't. Maybe into the next corner. He's hit me there. Bit of contact there between me and Perez. Probably shouldn't have gone down his inside, and there's the warning for the collision with Perez coming, and I should probably have saw that coming as we now chase Hulkenberg into turn 5. Going a bit too far around the corner. We've had to go wide as we could have got damage there, but that was a lucky save. Could have got front wing damage there, but it looks like the Renault is going a bit slow coming into that corner there, as we just stay behind him calmly and wait for our turn to overtake him wide again, because I want to save that front wing, make sure we don't get damage as we come now onto this small straight coming up to the corner where we have the long straight. Don't know if I'm going to be able to pass him, but I'm sure he'll turn his engine up into Rich as we come round now. I'm kind of losing him a bit on the corner. And onto the straight, we might just be able to get in a slipstream enough to get an overtake on him. I'm going to set the car into Rich, see if we can get to him. We're in a slipstream here, coming up to him now. We might just be able to pull off an overtake in the dying last minute of the corner. We can, as we pull behind Vettel here, and we are able to get to him. Back down in standard fuel mix then, as we come into this corner, braking slightly and going slightly wide out before we can get into the corner here. In Vettel's slipstream, are we going to be able to make a pass on Vettel? We might be able to, coming into turn 1 of the races. Vettel going to be able to bite back and come back. He is. He's going to bite back and try and get his position back. We're going wheel to wheel into the corner here, and it looks like I have just...
They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Hamilton, he was on pole position. He now has a problem with his car. He seems like he's slowing down. That doesn't look good for Bottas either, because he's in the same car with the same engine, so that's not looking good for Mercedes there, but we were able to get a good pass on Vettel for P4 here. Good wheel-to-wheel racing, great battle between me and Vettel, and that is the excitement that I want to have in the race. Round onto the mini straight now, coming up to the big straight here. Not going to be able to get to Bottas as Ricciardo's now taking over Hamilton as he is slowing his car. The field has probably going to be starting to take over Hamilton unless they can fix their problem.
Power output will be less than optimal.
What's so worn about my engine? Just going to repass Vettel here if you don't mind. Because I was concentrating on my MFD. But Jeff's just told us the engine's looking a bit worn. Not too good on that respect, and Bottas has been able to overtake Hamilton.
DRS. DRS is now available. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Looks like Jeff's got our new strategy option, lap 3, and I was about to take over Hamilton. I don't see a point now if Jeff's saying lap 3 pit stop, but Hamilton is slow, so if we need to pass him, we will. Yeah, he's going very slow there, out of that turn. Don't think I'm going to go down his inside. I might be able to just creep down his inside there, push him out a bit. Yep, there we go. Overtaking Hamilton, but he is very slow there if he's not able to catch up. And Vettel now passing Hamilton, and I think the rest of the grid's going to end up passing him. I don't know if he's going to retire or if they've sorted the problem, but I haven't heard from Jeff about him, so I'm assuming the problem still lies. But this is our in-lap, so yeah, I think we're going to be doing pretty much an undercut strategy. Going to come out in 20th apparently, so that's not looking good. We might have to repass the whole grid again, but that's fine. Hopefully we'll do most of that in the pits, but I'd like to see some fun battles today as we come down now onto the straight and don't have DRS. Vettel's going to have DRS on us, and he's just going to pass us and get away with that DRS. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to re-overtake him. I think I'm just going to stay behind him into turn 14 here. Come around, nice little exit, but we are going to be dashing into the pits here to fit the soft tyres. Vettel pitting as well this early with me, along with me, and Hulkenberg seemingly behind me as well. So now, Vettel in the pits. He's going to come out ahead of me.
Exit now.
We're going to come out ahead of Gasly here. We're going to be in P18. Gasly in the pits as well. So Vettel pitting early. He's done the undercut strategy. We've done the undercut strategy. And it looks like we have Vettel to deal with now. As we come up now very slow into turn 1. That is not the best of pit exits, to be honest. I'm not too big of a fan of that, so coming out now, Vettel's just blitzed away from us. Rest of the grid split very much out, so they kind of a few gaps. There's not really much of a split, but it looks like we might be able to overtake a few people coming into the pits on lap 4. I don't think I'm going to go with 2-stop. I was thinking about it in my head then going with a 2-stop, but I don't think a 2-stop would work with everyone else's strategy. I don't know. Vettel might be on a 2-stop, and that's why he's pitted so early. But yeah, coming on now to lap 4 of 14. 10 laps to go in this race, and we're P18, so yeah, probably going to pass a lot of people. As we can see, the Red Bull at Daniel Ricciardo, the Mercedes carrying on, but the Red Bull at Daniel Ricciardo's in the pits. Kimi Räikkönen now pitting as well. As yep, a big massive group of cars have gone into the pits. I don't think we're going to make it out before Ricciardo can go out, which is okay. Not too bothered about that. As we come wide into the corner, we might have a chance there, but no. Ricciardo is on his way out of the pits right now. As we come down onto the straight now, I think we're going to have a battle with the Haas now coming out of the pits. We're going to have a battle with the Mercedes coming out of the pits. He's just exited, but we're going to come out of the pit in front of Hamilton. P10 here. Around the corner. Catching up to Vettel quite quickly now. He's just escaping us in the corners, but obviously we are going very fast into the corners. Jeff telling me that Hamilton's coming to the pits for the softs, so yeah, I don't think I needed to know that information, but we are closing the gap on Vettel. Vettel's got an issue and he's slowed right down there. I think he's going to retire from the race, but he has slowed right down there and gave us an easy P9. Vettel is out. I think he's going to go out with an engine failure.
Okay, clear.
He's gone right down the grid. He's behind a Toro Rosso now. That is unfortunate for Vettel there. He's dropping right down the grid, and I think it might be time for Vettel to retire unless they can sort the problem. He slowed right down, almost got in my way there. But coming down onto the straight now. Mercedes pitting. I think he might just be able to get out the pit before we get round on the corner of P14, of turn 14. He is going to get out. Obviously Daniel Ricciardo carrying on, and as we come round onto the corner now, we might have a shot at a pole spot here as we go round, and Lance is in for his pit stop as we come out, and I thought we were going to be battling Van Dorn for P3, but we've come out in P3, and this might be our first pole of our season here as we come round in P3, and Bottas is in P2 here, but Vettel has seemingly dropped down into last place. And is he going to go out of the race? He seems to be going slow on the straight, and he is in last place. Is Vettel going to retire from the race, or is he going to carry on? Or maybe he might go into the pits and retire. But it looks to me like he is going to retire from the race. I mean, hopefully for him. I don't see a point in carrying on the next 14 laps if he's just going to keep getting lapped by drivers here. We're not going to catch up to Bottas, so I think it's going to stay P3 for pretty much the rest of the race now. But Vettel...
Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual
Vettel has gone into the pits, and it's now a virtual safety car.
too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Virtual safety car helping us out there. The VCS helping us out there very well. I think we'll...
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Green flag.
Okay, so Vettel in the pits now. He's come out, and he's come out a lot faster. Maybe it was a tyre blown there. I think his tyre went. It did. His tyre went. I don't know how he's going to make up for the places, because he's about to get lapped by Daniel Ricciardo here. I think it might be best for Vettel to retire, but it must have been a tyre blown or something. But Vettel now is down in P20, and he's got the grid very fast approaching to him. He looks fast. But, yeah, I thought it was engine failure, but obviously it wasn't. It was something to do with his tyre. I definitely didn't pop it. I think it just popped when he was right in front of me, just at the right time. So, that is good. Gone a bit quiet there. I'm actually going to check the time while I'm at it, if you don't mind. I am going to do another race. Coming onto the back straight now. It'd be nice for someone to be doing a two-stop, but I highly doubt Bottas is. No, he's not. I think it's going to stay P3 at the moment. We might have to defend from Ricciardo. Obviously, you saw at Bahrain on the last lap, on the last turn, he was quite threatening to us. So we might have to do a bit of defending, which I'm quite interested in. Actually, Kimi Räikkönen setting the fastest lap, so he's definitely threatening there. He's definitely a threat to us and our podium finish here. If we go down into P4, that's okay. It'd still be pretty acceptable finish, but it would be amazing for us to get our first podium, especially at the Chinese Grand Prix at this early in our career. We'll be definitely setting off a few interest from different teams. Obviously, I want to look to get to Ferrari, maybe Mercedes, but I want to look to get to my main aims are Ferrari, but I want to go for Red Bull as well, but I might do a Toro Rosso career where I go from, you know, the sister company to the actual, you know, higher up race company. So yeah, I'm probably going to go with a Ferrari at the end of the season, or maybe even stay on at Williams if we're doing well and if we end up coming back and winning the championship. But this is definitely going to help, as Raikkonen now is converging on us, and we're definitely probably going to lose him on the straight here. I meant lose as in he's going to overtake me on the straight here unless we can get a really good exit, which we haven't. Might have to battle Ricciardo for P3 here as he's fast approaching. He's going to come down my outside here. Kimi Raikkonen taking P3. We are fast approaching him as he does have DRS. DRS closed for Kimi Raikkonen as we go round into the corner. Come round, retake the position. We're pushing him right out, and there was a bit of carbon fibre there coming from Kimi Raikkonen's car as we battle into the final turn 15, as Raikkonen's taken out the bollard. And that was a collision with Kimi Raikkonen. That was aggressive driving from Kimi, but I was trying to leave as much space as I could, and I've knocked him out in the process to keep my P3 place. But he knocked out the bollard, and then I think he hit me. But definitely parts of carbon fibre flying all over just around turn 14. I think I pushed him off the track at one point, but he did try and go around my outside. He did try a very aggressive move down the outside of me, coming out of the hairpin. So that move was on him. The gap to the gap to the Mercedes, please. Gap to driver in front.
Didn't catch that. Say again.
Driver in front.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
That is great, but that's not what I asked for.
Bottas is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 10.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:40.3.4 seconds.
My tyres are very old, probably going to be feeling the effects of tyre wear soon. Hamilton not too fast converging on our location. It looks like a Renault in P5. I think that might be Hulkenberg. But same kind of strategy going into the hairpin here. Slightly wide, but I'm going to brake early and attack the corner.
The distance to the leader is 40.0 seconds.
Looking like Ricciardo's 4 seconds ahead of Bottas, unless Bottas has shot up to 14 seconds as well, which I do find a bit bullshit, to be honest. But coming round onto the corner now, as we come round to my favourite turn of this track, where you can literally just cut across the apex and then into the corner here as we brake a little early to see if we can get around to the corner.
3.0 seconds.
Bit of an update on Vettel. He still seems to be in last place, and not the best of races for him. He's a whole lap behind, I think. He hasn't been actual lapped on the track yet, but he might be getting lapped soon. But definitely that tyre. What is going on? Why are we going into yellows? There's a Ferrari stopped on the track. Kimi Raikkonen's out of the race.
They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
It is not a good day for Ferrari, as Kimi Raikkonen in lap 10, 14 laps to go, has to retire from the race, and Vettel is in last place.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Really not good day for Ferrari today. They've got one driver in last place, and now they've got another driver out of the race, Kimi Raikkonen. I don't know what's happening with Ferrari today, but it seems like they've had engine failure and a tyre failure, and it's not looking too good as Hamilton catches us, and he's now looking to be threatening for our P3 spot. But I'm going to defend as much as I can, especially on that back straight, as we are really slow, definitely slower than the rest of the grid here. And now coming into turn 1, a bit slidey, lost our back end there, definitely feeling the effects of tyre wear. I'm definitely going very aggressive, and tyre wear is going to play a massive effect when we have to...
On the car for you. Tyres looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now. Okay, gap ahead is 12.4 seconds.
Jeff with a bit of an update about tyres. Probably heard me mentioning it actually, but as Vettel's in last place, as Hamilton seemingly catching us up there, losing my back end a bit again there, coming round into that corner, but Hamilton definitely catching up to us. We are very slow here. We've lost power, according to Jeff on the radio earlier, pretty much near the start of the race. He was telling us that we were going to lose power output, which is not good. That plays an effect on our ERS, definitely when we turn the car into overtake mode. But now, coming onto the straight, are we going to be able to defend the position from Hamilton? He is very fast approaching. If we can get into the corner turn just before he can get to us, no dots showing on the screen there, on the bottom of the screen where we'd normally see it. Dots now showing, but if we can get out and have a really good exit out of the hairpin, then we might be able to shake Hamilton off and keep him away just in these dying laps of the race. Lap 11 going on to lap 12 now. 2 laps left of this race coming up now. Faster engine modes are available. Might set it up into rich where and when we need to, but for now I'm just going to defend from Hamilton, be a lot slower, see if we can get the Renault to pass him. Now the 2 Renaults are in P5 and P6 there, which is interesting, but I think I'm just going to go slow and defend from Hamilton to see if we can get them to catch up going into the corner. Hamilton trying to go down the inside, going to go really slow into the corner and come out as fast as we can, trying to see if we can sabotage Hamilton. He's still trying to overtake us, definitely faster than us. We go wheel to wheel into the corner, and Hamilton has been shook off by me there, as I don't give him too much space, but I give him enough track space to try something, but not enough track space to get the overtake on me here as we go into this corner. And now down onto the small straight before the back straight. Coming in now, he's definitely going to overtake us on the straight, but if we can grab back that P3 position, then that'd be great. I'd be confident in case he was to take over me on the last lap, but we are losing him into the corner now. Going onto the straight in rich mode on our car, pushing the car to its absolute limit. Hamilton is catching me. He's going to get DRS on me here. I'm going to move out. I'm going to weave a bit to see if I can scare him off. We're kind of catching up to him a bit here. Can we dive down his inside? Coming up to 10-14 now. Yes, we can. We can also just get round the corner. Hamilton fast approaching. We pushed him off a bit there. Kind of the same position as Kimi Räikkönen there for Lewis Hamilton, but a bit less aggressive from Lewis Hamilton, but we did push him off the track completely, which I do feel bad for. He's coming down our inside now into 10-1. He's probably caught us as we try a switchback move, and we've gone off the track, and I'm going to have a sneaky one and try that one again. Try our little move as Hamilton pushes down our inside. Now I'm going to try and stay around his inside, coming into the corner, giving him enough space, not giving him the racing line though. I'm going to keep to my racing line. He's kind of pushed off a bit there because he's hit me a bit as Hamilton goes around. He's hit me once again, coming in wheel to wheel into turn 4 there. Jeez. Excessive Hamilton. Jesus Christ, man. Going to dive down his inside here once again, and this is great defending from me here. Going to give him a bit more space coming out of the corner, but I'm going to try and push him out. This is very aggressive driving from Hamilton, but I hope he's getting penalised for this. I wouldn't be too happy if I had Hamilton pushing me about on lap 13 here. He's definitely going to be catching me on the back straight. 100%. He'll have DRS. He'll have his car in rich mix and his ERS in overtake, so I'm going to be honest, I want to set my car rich as soon as I leave this corner. Soon as I leave that racing line, my car's going right up into rich. He's going to catch us coming into the corner. Maybe not. He is just catching us here. Are we going to make a move down his... He's going to make a move down the inside. Wheel to wheel there. I'm going to give him... No, I'm not going to give him space into the corner. But at least we know we can pass the line before he can get to us. He's still battling for our position here. He's obviously fixed whatever the problem was from earlier. Now, as we set the car back down from rich into standard, he's going to catch us coming into turn 1 here. We might have another battle with Hamilton coming into turn 1 as we take the corner. Not going to be able to take the racing line. Oh, we've regained possession of the racing line as we come round, giving him a lot of space. We're going to get the inside line into turn 4 though and come out, and that is okay. And that's not turn 4, that's turn 2. Very, very good defensive driving here. Hey, what's going on? Let me know who you are, because I don't actually know who you are. Because I can't see who's commenting or anything. Apologies. Big apologies here. Oh, hey, Letitia.
It is your GF.
Bit of a battle going on with Hamilton. That's probably what you've missed. Vettel is in last place after a tyre blowout, and Kimi Räikkönen is out of the race. So that is unfortunate there. But a massive battle going on between me and Hamilton in the dying laps of this race. P14, and I am P3. This will be our first podium of our career mode here. As we come round, we're going to be battling Vettel into the corner. Bye, see you later. As we now come round on to the straight here. Hamilton, he's going to have DRS and Rich mix in here as we battle him, and he's just going to pass us. Can we pass him into the corner? Daniel Ricciardo gets the fastest lap on the last lap of this race here. Coming into the corner, we've cut it a bit. Are we going to get a warning for corner cutting? No, we are going to get our first podium of the race maybe. We're still battling with Hamilton here as we come round into the final turn of this race. Hamilton is nowhere to be seen. Hamilton is nowhere to be seen. And we're going to get our first competitive podium place at Williams here. And the boss at Williams, as Jeff has just said, is going to be very happy with that as I get my first podium from P5 to P3. That was great stuff.
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fight. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings.
So as you can see here, Daniel Ricciardo in first, Valtteri Bottas in second, me in third, Lewis Hamilton in fourth. He was on the grid P1, but he had that engine failure in mid-race, which led him down. Carlos Sainz and his teammate... Nico Hulkenberg and his teammate Carlos Sainz in 5th and 6th, Sergio Perez in 7th, Stoffel Van Dorn in 8th, Roman Grosjean hasn't moved up a place, he qualified in P9, he is now in P9, Max Verstappen in P10, he's come up from 13th, so he's only moved up 3 places. Pierre Gasly has moved down 1 place into 11th, finishing the race. Esteban Ocon from P17 to P12, he had a very good race. Fernando Alonso in P13, Marcus Ericsson in P14, from P18 he started. Charles Leclerc in his Sauber in P15, Kevin Magnussen in P16. Lance Stroll only moves up 3 places after starting in last. Brendan Hartley in 18th, and the poor 2 Ferraris had a very bad day today. Sebastian Vettel in last place, and Sebastian Vettel in second to last place, and Kimi Räikkönen didn't finish due to an engine failure. So yeah, it's been a good race directory. Let's see that. The incidents. I had a collision with Räikkönen and a collision with Perez. Nothing happened with the collision to me, though, between Hamilton. So, an interesting one in that respect. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I am now going to do Azerbaijan as well, so if you want to watch that, please tune in. But yeah, I'll see you guys at Azerbaijan. Thank you guys for watching.